Hey guys, Jason Cardamone here. I know it's been a while since you heard from me, so here's what's happening. You are getting this video as a part of my 90-day blitz of gratitude and really blitz of value into the marketplace, and you are the marketplace, and you are the world, you are humanity, you are a contributor to amazing things in this world, and I want to help you amplify that and bring that out even further as you're looking out over the next 90 days, or in reality 88 days or 89 days from when you're getting this video, but I'll explain that in just a second. So I really want you to be thinking about, what are you doing for the next 3 months? For many of you getting this video right now, it's summertime, and in summertime a lot of people, their kids are off school, the weather's nicer, they tend to unplug and they tend to let off of the gas pedal. A lot of you guys, probably the vast majority of you, have been trying to, or are growing, or are extremely successful with me at growing online business. You're probably an entrepreneur, or at least have the intention to be an entrepreneur, and whatever your background is, wherever you're at right now, I want you to deeply internalize and think about, and what are you feeling about what the next 90 days represents to you. And as you're thinking about that, I want you to think of 3 key areas, and those 3 key areas are specifically your career, your finances, your mission. Number 2 is your health, your nutrition, your energy level. And number 3 are your relationships, your contribution to the people around you. It could be your church, your community, your spouses, your children, your parents, your co-workers. So I want you, as you're thinking of those 3 different areas in your life, which basically compromises the main 3 areas, I want you to think about what those areas look like over the next 90 days. And I mentioned earlier in the video, over the next 89 days. So I didn't go into details of this because there's a good chance you're probably receiving this video, or some of you are, before another set of video, which was video number 1 I shot yesterday. And the funny, super quick story around that is that I've moved all, now if you're on Facebook, you're seeing these in order, but the majority of you on my email list, I've moved my list over from another email provider. And if you're getting this video, you're only getting it on my former email provider, and that's because the new one took all the time to shot of it. In fact, I did this like a day and a half ago, and long story, jumping through all these hoops. That video still, and the email has still not gotten out to that list because it's a brand new list, and they're like checking things out. They want to make sure I'm above ground. They want to make sure I'm providing the value to you, like you guys know that are still watching this right now. So when you go to see that video, realize that's day 1 of this whole kickoff, this whole like throw tons of value and goodwill out to you, this big sprint I'm doing. So I want you to really think about what you're doing over the next 90 days. So I'm not telling you to like ignore family and ignore the adventures and the normal things you might equate to summertime. And by the way, if you're on the southern equator and this is your winter time, great. These same patterns happen in the winter time in different parts of the world as well. And so whether it's summer or winter, or even let's say you're one of those people getting this video like 6 months later and it's like spring or fall, that's totally cool too. Because here's the reality. You have everything within you right now that you need to create whatever you want over the next 90 days or 89 days. This is technically day 2. And what I'm really doing, one of the things I'm doing with this whole series is recreating the habit that I was really consistent with back around 2012 of sending out value basically every single day to the world. And it's been far too long since I've done that. So I'm leading by example, showing you guys like, hey, you want to bring an intention into reality, just go live it and just go take action, and don't plan the whole thing out, and just go do it. And that becomes a daily habit, a daily consistency, exactly like flossing your teeth, or even for some of you guys maybe brushing your teeth. So whatever it is, daily Facebook posts. I've been doing that for a lot of months now, and It's really funny because 2 years ago, I literally wasn't even touching Facebook. Like, I would go into private groups I had on there. I'd add all this value into these private groups, but then publicly, I was never posting anything. And everybody's like, dude, where are you at, Jason? Like, I was like invisible to them because all of my value I was adding was in these private compartmentalized groups. And I'm sharing all of it with you because I want you to learn from all the mistakes I've made over the years. And I'm not telling you you have to have an email list or you have to go post on Facebook. This has nothing to do with that. I don't know what your KPIs, your key performance indicators. What are you looking at? How do you measure success in your business? And that success is measured by those 3 areas that I was mentioning: health and nutrition, financial, career, mission, and your relationships. So where are those things at? Where do you want them to be? And I want you to begin to dream about what they can feel like. What can you really internalize that by the end of this summer or this winter or these coming 89 days, what can things really look like for you? And as you're bringing those on board on a really, really deep level, I want you to begin to feel like, what is that like to lose the weight you're looking to lose or gain the weight? What does it feel like to have that extra amount of energy that you're looking to have? What about the extra $1,000 a month, $5,000, $10,000? What about the extra $100,000 a month? And I'm not trying to, guys, I'm using random numbers. They're not really random. They're very extremely precisely given to you in the exact way I'm giving them now, but I don't want to use numbers that also blow you out. And so that's why it's called pacing. Maybe it's $1,000 a month. Maybe for you right now, it's an extra $100 a month. And if that's you, I want you to know I believe in you and you are worth far more. I don't care if you're like living in the gutter right now and you don't know anything and you barely figured out how to be watching this video right now. You can be making far, far, far more than $100 a month in the next 90 days. That is so much, that is a tiny fraction of a percentile of your worth and what your capabilities are in the next 90 days. And I'm telling you right now, I believe in you and I know you can do it and you have it within you right now and you always have. Maybe you just never had anybody tell you that and that's all you needed to hear. And now you're gonna go and that's why you're here in this video and you can leave right now. I want you to begin to grab and step into that reality. And I want to share with you guys why I know this is true. And I've used this story all the time. I have a million of these stories I can share. But back in the fall of 2004, I had never made more than I think my biggest month ever was $14,000, $16,000 in a month or something like that. Now I realize that's a big number. And to most people, that's like, dude, I would do anything to make that amount. Well, that was walking into I took a lot of leaps of faith. I took a lot of way outside of my comfort zone stuff. And in those 90 days, I got all the way up to where I'd created over $80,000 in the month of October 2014. And guys, that's only one little thing. If you add up all the other income streams, it was well north of that. It was not 100,000 because that was my big bubble I hadn't gone through. So I'm sharing that because I went from a person basically 6x'd my income within 90 days. So I want you to right now, we're just going to pick on income right now. We talked about, weight and energy. We can look at your relationships, maybe you're on the verge of divorce. Maybe your relationship's kind of stagnant right now. Maybe it's better than it's ever been, but I'm telling you 90 days from now it could be even better and you have to be able to visualize and step into this right now. So just imagine, I like to pick on money because you can quantify it, and literally I 6 times my best month ever in just 90 days. And I'm going to share, you're going to learn exactly how to do that kind of stuff over this whole journey with me as I'm going to continue to pump this stuff out into the world. And so I 6x my income. And so I want you to take whatever you make right now per month, or I want you to imagine what's your biggest month of your entire life. What have you ever made in a single month in a span of 30 days in your life? And I want you to multiply that number. Forget about 6. Let's cut it down. Multiply it by 5. Hell, multiply it by 2. That's pretty damn life-changing. And I want you to think of those numbers right now and realize That's what's possible over the next night. It's completely possible. In fact, it's not even possible. It's completely a reality by a very simple process and a methodology, and literally so many people have done this over the span of time. And the first step of that is you just believing you can do it. And the first step even before that is just to start to imagine, hey, like maybe you weren't even thinking before, maybe you're looking at the summer of like, yeah, we're gonna go on that family camping trip. I'm gonna go on that, that trip I wanted to do. Maybe you're a teacher and you're off for the entire summer. Maybe you are, your kids are off. Maybe your neighbor's kids are off, or maybe you know somebody who has kids off in this entire summer. And wherever you're at, you have prior to this video, you had a certain vision of what the next 90 days look like. Even if that vision is like, how am I going to survive and pay the bills and just like feed myself or my family by tomorrow? And I've been there. I know what that's like. And so wherever you're at, you have to realize you create this whole process. And the very first step, it's not just like stepping into those, it's actually becoming aware of where you were at 10 minutes ago and where you're at now and where you can go to. So I want you to begin to dream, to think about, to step into specifically those 3 areas. And you can pick one. There's usually one that you'll gravitate to, and it's going to be one of 2 things. You're either going to gravitate to the one where your most pain is at, like if you're about to file bankruptcy, you're probably focused on, when I mentioned the 3 areas, the financial career one. Or you're wired towards the one that's the easiest and you're already kicking the most ass at. So let's say, like I'll use myself as an example. I know I have an extremely high amount of energy, and I've been sick for years now. Literally years. I have not had a cold or anything. And so I could easily say, yeah, in the next 90 days, I'm going to focus just on having even more energy. Now, I am focused on that because that's a foundational piece of my life, but that's not the thing I'm the most focused or the most excited about, because that's damn easy. What that is, eat healthy, work out every single day for the next 90 days. It's easy. I'm going to be doing that stuff anyway. Or I could amplify that even more and add in the stuff, but that's not what's going to stretch me the most, and it's absolutely not what I need the most. I need to focus on my relationships, which includes doing this video for you right now. My mission, my financial, my career. What is my mission? To serve you. So I'm actually hitting 2 of them, and this whole thing, it's actually inadvertently amplifying my energy, because I have chills right now realizing how much I'm fulfilling my mission at an even deeper level, and hopefully inspiring you to go make some change in the world, because that is my purpose. And now I have chills everywhere and my energy is even higher, and you can tell by my voice getting louder and faster. And so guys, I want you to start to imagine what that looks like over the next 90 days. And I'm going to end this right now. Today's session is all about me telling you, I love you, I believe in you, and I know you can do this. And there was a point in my life, dang it, I didn't know I was going to cry this video. There was a point in my life when that's all I had to hear. And there was a gentleman on a video, and he told me, he went up and he said, and I believe in you. And I believe in you more than you believe in yourself right now. That's it. Everything unlocked. That's all. Some guy in a video, he didn't even know my name. He didn't even know who I was. That was it. That's all I had to hear. My life started to open up and unlock and transform from that. And that's, I hope, if that's you right now, you get out there. I believe in you, and you go make this happen right now. And we're going to lock arms these 90 days, and these videos are going to continue to stream right at you, and you are going to absolutely go make some things happen. And I'm here for you. And I want you to reply to this email right now. I want you to post in the video below this, in the Facebook, wherever this, I don't know where this is at, YouTube, I don't care where this is at. Go reply and let me know you're out there, and I will personally reply right back to you if you reply to this. I will personally reply to every single person who posts this video. Now, if it's days and weeks from now, I don't know if I'll still get to do that, because I'm going to have like hundreds and thousands of replies over time. So I'm telling you right now, over the next couple days, next 72 hours, you have my word, I will personally reply to your response. So let's go make this happen, my friends. Looking forward to tomorrow. You have everything within you that you need to go create the most beautiful 90 days of your life, and I'm here for you. We're going to lock arms. Let's make this thing happen. To your ultimate success, God bless, guys.